We are here tonight on a Friday, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing tonight on the show? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this puppy started here on a Friday. So it is being reported that a bunch of companies are trying to steal Sunday NFL Sunday ticket away from DirecTV. That's the NFL package where you can watch every game. If you're like in fucking Dallas, you can watch the Packers. If you're in New York, you can watch the Rams. Apparently, their DirecTV's expiring soon with DirecTV, and they're looking. Apparently, Disney has made a bid, an offer. Apple TV has made an offer, and Amazon has made an offer. Apple TV is already they already agreed to do something with Major League Baseball every Friday. They do something, I believe they call it Friday Night Baseball or some shit like that. And then Amazon, obviously, they clinched the Thursday Night Footballs starting this season with Al Michaels and Kirk Hempstry. Disney Plus is the other one that's also in it. We'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. But a lot of rumors going around that NFL Sunday ticket could be leaving DirecTV and going somewhere else. We'll see what the hell happens, man. Jordan Schultz was on the Pat McAfee show, and he said there is a sense of around the league that Baker Mayfield is still a really immature guy, and he hasn't been the leader of that locker room. Yeah, so I mean, the things that they're saying that the Seahawks could still be interested in Baker Mayfield, but they're not sure yet. We'll keep an eye on that one, man. Browns are expected to move forward with Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback if Watson gets lengthy suspension, rather than trying to reconcile with Baker Mayfield. So even the Browns apparently are done with Baker Mayfield at this point, it seems like. And here it is, the article. There is mutual interest between the Seattle Seahawks and quarterback Baker Mayfield, per Aaron Wilson. So yeah, that appears to be, remember, the Panthers were also considered. The Steelers said that if he were to get released, they would try to pick him up. So still about 3 teams, Panthers, Steelers, and Seahawks, all interested in Baker Mayfield. We'll see what happens, man. NFL Player Association has believed that suspension for Deshaun Watson could be for the entire 22 season. All right. Yep, that's per Aaron Wilson. Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's going to be the whole fucking season for Mr. Deshaun Watson. Also, Alvin Kamara is bracing for a 6-game suspension from the NFL for the incident that occurred during the Pro Bowl. Kamara got in trouble. I believe he got fucking arrested during the Pro Bowl, or after the Pro Bowl, or the Saturday before the Pro Bowl, he got arrested. So he's expecting a 6-game suspension. So Kamara could also be suspended, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ, man. The Cleveland Browns are looking into building a stadium. They might use a retractable roof. Oh, man, I don't understand what... The same thing with the Vikings and the Colts. You have this advantage of playing in cold, snowy weather, and they put a fucking roof. I don't get it. Apparently, Cleveland Browns are looking into purchasing land, which is going to cost $1 billion to build a stadium. Oh, man. I don't know when these fucking cold teams start building. You got to take advantage of that fucking weather. But, I mean, there are reports, too, that the Bears might move into a fucking... roof stadium too, retractable roof. I heard that they're looking into building a new stadium in Chicago, and they're gonna use the same architect that built SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. So if that's the case, they might put a retractable roof on that. So we might see outside of the Lambeau Field in Green Bay, every fucking stadium have a fucking retractable roof now. With the Vikings getting one, the Colts have one. Now it looks like the Browns might get one, maybe the Bears. Jesus Christ, man. Let's see, more news. DeAndre Hopkins says he's trying to prove to the NFL that he shouldn't really be suspended for using performance-enhancing drugs. He said it's fucking bullshit. He said that he only tested 1% positive for performance-enhancing drugs. So I don't know how much he can have a chance to do that or not. But let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. Is there more news for the NFL? Jesus Christ. No, I think that's all. I think that's all for the NFL. Let's move over to the NBA, the National Basketball Association here tonight. So the Hornets, they went back to their old coach. Steve Clifford is going back to the Charlotte Hornets, man. Their former coach. Sources tell ESPN. Steve Clifford has agreed to deal to return as the Charlotte Hornets head coach. Clifford, one of league's most respected coaches among his peers, led Hornets to 2 playoff trips in 5 years run that ended, I believe, from 2013 to 2018. He was the coach of the Hornets. So I thought they were going to hire Mike D'Antoni. I thought it was going to be a nice combination, Mike D'Antoni and Alonzo LaMelo Ball. But apparently they're going with old coach Steve Clifford. Kind of interesting, man. Kind of interesting. I'm guessing because I think Michael Jordan met with Mike D'Antoni, and I'm guessing that meeting didn't go well, I guess. Because I thought for sure he was going to hire Mike D'Antoni. I really did. Once fucking Atkins decided to go back to the Warriors. But that's pretty much about it with basketball too. Just Clifford going to the Hornets, and that's pretty much that's it. With baseball, let's see. Let's see here. The Dodgers could be looking for a pitcher, Luis Castillo from the Cincinnati Reds, as the trading deadline approaches. So remember I reported a few days ago that that one game between the Blue Jays and the White Sox, the umpire got 29 different calls wrong. Well, they're saying that Guillermo Martinez, the hitting coach for the Blue Jays, was suspended 5 games for arguing with the umpires and getting ejected even before the fucking first pitch of that Thursday game or the Wednesday game between the White Sox and the Blue Jays. So, but Guillermo Martinez suspended for 5 games. Jesus Christ, man. The Mets showing interest in starting pitching. Same thing as the Dodgers. They want Luis Castillo. We'll see what happens. Let's see. I think that's it. Some scores for baseball real quick. We want to go around the league. It is baseball season. The big games, you know, the fucking Astros beat the Yankees 3-1. Everything was a home run. Kyle Tucker threw a homer in the 6th inning. Took a 3-0 lead. Stanton in the bottom of the 6th scored a solo home run. That was the final score, 3-1. Justin Verlander, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run. Fantastic game for Justin Verlander. So the White Sox tie that series at 1-1. And then the other big series going on is the Dodgers and the Braves. Freddie Freeman going back to Atlanta, crying before the game in the press conference, receiving his ring before the game. But the Dodgers ended up winning that game 4-1, and as this is a rematch from the NLCS last year. In this game, Julio Urias was fantastic, 6 innings, only 1 run, 9 strikeouts. Julio Urias was flat out fantastic. Unfortunately, that was not the case for Atlanta's pitcher, Ian Anderson. Mr. Ian Anderson struggled, only 4 innings, giving up 4 runs. In the first inning, he gave up 2 runs, and then he gave up another. He gave up a home run to Trey Turner in the 5th inning, made it 3-0, and then he gave up another run in the 5th inning, made it 4-0, and then at the end there, the Braves scored a run 4-1 with the final score. But at one point in that 5th inning, the Dodgers took a 4-0 lead. So a combination of Julio Urias being good. And the Dodgers hitters taking advantage of the Dodgers hitters coming through, and for Mr. Ian Anderson, not so much. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it as far as baseball. I'm not going to go over every score. Not a lot of every game's already over. No, there's still some games on. All right, but I'm not going to go through every score. I'm just going to go through the big important series. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move over to the wrestling now. And then we'll call it a night here tonight on Friday. Everybody start getting ready for the weekend here. Let me see here. Let's open up the articles for the wrestling, and then we'll call it a night here tonight on a Friday. What the fuck is happening? So on wrestling, fucking, it was AJ Styles' 45th birthday. I beg you battle on. Happy birthday to AJ Styles. He turns 45 years old today. Happy birthday to him, man. So I guess on this Friday in Rampage, they're gonna have to have Andrade versus Rey Fenix, because that match was supposed to be for Forbidden Door, but because I guess if you have a partnership with AAA, which is a Mexican wrestling company, I guess them and AAA and New Japan don't get along. So all these guys that have like a partnership with, which it's funny because doesn't FTR also have a partnership? Aren't they the fucking tag team champions of AAA? I don't understand this shit, but apparently that's why Rey Fenix and Andrade have to have their match this Friday on Rampage, because they're not allowed to compete in Forbidden Door, because I guess AAA guys are not allowed to associate themselves with New Japan guys. That really makes me scratch my ass. I don't even have Android. Kenny Omega went did an interview, and he pretty much, they were asking about, he before he went to AEW, he used to be in New Japan, and they asked him, he pretty much said, I don't think New Japan is that great anymore. He said, Will Ospreay is good, but I don't think he's the guy. And then he literally, as he was saying it, he started backtracking. He's like, he started like stuttering. I'm digging myself into a hole. Will Ospreay's good. He kind of like said, oh my god, I'm fucking up. So he kind of pretty much just buried New Japan and Will Ospreay. And then he said, I think Jay White's the best guy in that company right now. So interesting, man. Could Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega do a feud in the future when Kenny Omega gets healthy? We'll see what happens, man. But yeah, Kenny Omega, I don't know, I guess maybe a little bit by accident, he kind of buried Will Ospreay and New Japan Wrestling. Triple H is back with NXT. He says, I think I reported this last night. They're saying he's got more power backstage. You wonder if this is part of McMahon no longer, for the moment, not being chairman, and Stephanie being the one calling the shots. You gotta wonder if she's already giving Triple H more power backstage. But yeah, it was reported that earlier this week he went down to Orlando, Florida, to the Performance Center for NXT, and he told the guys, I'm back. And then they're saying that he's got more power backstage. So who knows, man? Who knows? Like I said, Rhea Ripley. I guess in WWE you're not allowed to say you have a concussion. So Rhea Ripley saying she has a brain injury. A fan asked her on Twitter, and she said she had a brain injury. We're gonna assume that's a fucking concussion, but I guess you're not allowed to say that word in WWE anymore. Remember a few months ago I read a bunch of words from WWE that are banned. Remember? Ric Flair's gonna have a match next week. They don't know his opponent yet. It was supposed to be a 6-man tag team match, FTR and Ric Flair versus Ricky Steamboat and the Dragon Express. I don't even know who, but it turns out they were asking. Ricky Steamboat was asking for too much money, and they didn't want to pay him. So now they don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't even know if it's going to be a tag team match with FTR. Because there's another problem. Remember, Ric Flair and Tony Khan don't really like each other that much. So a lot of people are saying that FTR is not even going to be able to compete in perform in that show. So fucking Ric Flair, this is like next week, I believe. And fucking Ric Flair still doesn't know what the fuck he's doing for his last match. Pendejo face for Ric Flair, man. Pendejo face for him. Bayley, I think she said she's going to come back soon, but I don't know, man. She's been here for a year now. Who knows, man? Fucking Bayley, Jesus Christ. Who knows, man? She's been out for a year now. Imagine if Cody Rhodes comes back before Bayley. I'm just kidding. But that's about it, I think, with the news, ladies and gentlemen. And that's all to say for tonight. And until next time, all I want to say is thank you for watching.